What's going on, guys and gals? Today is day 737 or something of my Something journey. I didn't make a video yesterday because yesterday first half wasn't that good of a day, and honestly the past 2 days, mostly today, have not been good days. I mean, I've flipped today upside down, or whatever, back on its head. I don't even know what I'm saying, but I flipped it back and around, and it's becoming better. But yesterday I woke up at 3:50, and I did the 500. I did 500 push-ups. My goal was to do 1,250, but I was 500 in, and I was like 200 in or 300 in, and I was starting to fail at being able to do 10 push-ups per minute, because I haven't done over 100 push-ups in one go since like not in one set, but in like one sitting, since like 4 months ago, August 15th. So in my left elbow, or like right up here, like the tendon, it's not my actual elbow, but like up here, it was really like hurting in like a bad way. So I called it at the 500, and yeah. And then I went to the Y last night with my friends. Yeah. But then today, I woke up. I slept, well, last night after I was out with them and stuff, and like throughout the day I did like homework, but I was really tired because I went to bed at like 11, or like 11:30 on Friday night, and then Saturday morning I woke up at 3:50, so I barely got any sleep. I was very tired, so I was kind of sleeping and doing homework throughout the day. And I didn't play any piano. I didn't read Words of Radiance or anything like that. I don't know if you can hear these people, but there's like people, they're playing at the ice. There's an ice rink really close by. I don't know if you can hear them yelling and stuff, but if you can, that's my bad. I wanted to record out here because it fits the tone for this video more. Yeah, I did not play any of the piano, and I did not read. I just scrolled on social media until like midnight on Saturday night, and then I went to bed at like 12:30. No stretching still, and yeah. And this morning I woke up, and it was like, I slept in till like almost basically 9, and then I came out here. I read the Bible, one chapter, and I went back inside and I was reading Words of Radiance for a little bit, and then my sister came in the room, and I was just like, what am I even doing? And I just like set the book down, and I don't know, something hit me, man. And I don't know what it was. It wasn't like an urge. It kind of was. But it was just, that doesn't really, I don't really feel like it was an urge, It felt more something, just like I felt overwhelmed. And I still do, because of 2025 and the goal, 1 million push-ups in 2025, because I could barely do, I could do a 500 in a day, but there's no way I'm gonna be able to do 2,500 push-ups per day starting January 1st. And so I made a plan that for the rest of December here, as long as, my elbows aren't, like, the tendons in them are, fine. The soreness, yeah, my shoulders are sore and my triceps and stuff, but the soreness I can push through. The soreness isn't that bad, It's not gonna injure me if I push past soreness, But it's like the tendons and like that injury. Like, I don't want to be injured. There's a big difference between doing like as many push-ups in one day as you can, and then you're not like worried about the other days. Like, if you get injured, you don't have like a challenge to keep competing in. So I'm not like when I did the 2,000 pull-ups in one day, I wasn't gonna be doing 100 pull-ups the next day. And I haven't done 100 pull-ups for over a week now, which is fine. I'm not, worried about that, and I won't be doing pull-ups until my hand heals, basically, and I don't know if I will for a while, or that will happen for a while. So, and I'm not worried about 100 pull-ups right now. I'm worried about the push-ups in 2025 and other things as well, like reading, and I'll get to that in just a little bit. But so the plan is to do like 500 push-ups a day for the rest of December. They won't count for the 2025 push-ups. They won't count at all. Don't worry, I'm not counting the 500, and I'll do 500 per day for the days that my, elbows don't, like, they're not, like, bad. So today I did not do any, which even if my elbow was fine, I probably wouldn't have done any because I was pretty lazy today. Very lazy, actually. And, I would have, and I'll do some tomorrow. I will do more tomorrow. I'll do 500 tomorrow. And then, I'll just keep doing 500 for as many days as I can, basically, as long as this stupid elbow or whatever, tendon, isn't too bad. And then starting January 1st, I'll start doing more, and I'll be stretching every night starting tomorrow night. I know, I literally said this so many times, but tonight I'm not going to do it because I'm going to be reading, and it's already like 8:30 right now, so yeah, but I'll be stretching, and then in January, so by the end of January, I want to try and get to like 1,500 per night, and then by the end of February, at least 2,000 per night, or per day, I should say, per day. Then I'll stretch during the nighttime every day, or every night. And then by March 1st, hopefully, I can be doing like 2,000 to 2,500 per day push-ups. And by the end of May, so May 31st, my goal is 300,000 push-ups for the 2025 goal. So the plan has changed quite significantly. My original goal, 2,500, so about 75,000 per month, times 5. I don't even know what that is. That's like 375. So it's like 75,000 less, or right around there or something. So my goal is 300,000 push-ups by May 31st, which will be hard, very hard, very, very hard. But yeah, this morning, I'm not gonna lie, I was dreaming about push-ups last night. It's kind of weird. Like, I was dreaming like that I was doing so many push-ups and I was at like 4,000 push-ups or something. I don't know why I was dreaming that, but I was dreaming. So like then when I was gonna wake up, I was like, oh yeah, I already did my push-ups for the day. I don't even need to worry about any push-ups. I'm so good. That's what I was dreaming about. Obviously, I was not doing push-ups in my sleep. But when I woke up, and when that hit me, when my sister came in the room, and I just like set the book down and I just grabbed my iPad and I'm like, what am I doing? I was just kind of thinking, I don't even know what I was thinking about, but what I ended up doing was I played Geometry Dash. I downloaded Geometry Dash. And I was scrolling on YouTube a lot today, and I just felt purposeless. Like, I've never felt like it before. Just a rock bottom of sorts, I just felt like an utter, it just, I don't even know how to explain it. I just felt like everything had no meaning. Reading Words of Radiance, which I'll get to that in a little bit here. The push-ups, and I was thinking like, man, I'm not even gonna do the push-ups. Like, I don't think that's just, and I was thinking like, I just don't really feel that authentic anymore. And it is kind of true, because I mean, I feel authentic in a way, but like it's in a very weird way, because when I was playing Geometry Dash, like before I started self-improvement, I, for like the first year of like my career, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to call it, but my first year of like actually like playing, so from 2021 of like December, or even like September, I would say 2021 of December to 2022 September, or wait, no, how would I say it? From April 2020 to September 2021, I was just kind of, I was young, obviously, but I was just playing the game for fun. I was playing other games, doing other things, going outside, having fun. But then once September 2021 hit, and more so like January 2022, when January 2022 hit, I really started to change. Like, I started to play Geometry Dash a lot more. Started to focus on that a lot more. And I really just, and slowly but surely, that's really all I did. And that summer, 2022 summer, the past summers I was outside playing with friends still. I was obviously playing a lot of video games still, but this year, or 2022, I did not, for the summer, I did not really play with friends. I just stayed at my house for a lot of the time, and I was really focusing on Geometry Dash, and I was really just imagining like success. I was imagining the goal that I had of beating every rated level with all bronze and silver user coins. That was my goal, and I was just thinking of it like every day, just the vision of me like screaming and just being so happy at the end of it when I finally beat that last rated level, probably like the hardest level, and I'm like streaming on Twitch or something, and I'm just like, yes, let's go, follow your dreams, guys, or whatever, something like that. And I was just thinking that every single day, and then slowly I just started focusing more on that number, that star count, just the numbers going up. And then eventually I quit. In December 9th, 2022, I quit. And I started self-improvement. And I kind of went back to this balanced lifestyle almost. I went back to I was meditating, I was reading, I was journaling, I was doing all of these different things. I was going on walks. I was just going, working out. I was doing all these things. But it wasn't like, go. I had that mindset. I was like, no, video games are a waste of time, or like not. Well, I wasn't really harsh. I wasn't like, no, you can't do that. I was just like, no, I'm not going to play video games. They're not for me. Stuff like that. But then eventually, it really became like this or that, Eventually by like day 200, it was really just like, I have to do this or that. I'm not saying I'm going to be playing Geometry Dash now, or at least that's not my plan. But since like day 200, and I would even say more of like when I started my third book in last November 2023, when I started my third book, and I really was like focusing, like, I want to be the best writer ever. I want to be the greatest and the best. And I was just focusing on like that, or like the outcome, the word count, or the amount of books I read, or the amount of pages I read, or the goal. It's always the goal. It's never the process. It's never the journey. It's always the destination. That's all I cared about. It was always the vision, always that final moment that I cared about. And yet, I never stopped. I never just stopped and just appreciated life. I never just went on a walk. I always say I want to go on more walks, but I never do that. Funny enough, about a year ago, my friend asked me, if you were to die, if you knew you were going to die tonight, what would you do? My answer, I would go on a long walk. And I still stand true to that answer. That's what I would do. I would go on a long walk because that's what would bring me joy. In my final moments, I'm going on a long walk. And going on walks is just like, I'm able to connect to nature, and I'm just able to freely think and just talk to myself. And yeah, sure, I can come out here and talk to myself, but it's so much more invigorating just going on a walk. Even if it's like the same walk over and over again, like I go on the same walk today as tomorrow, as the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Like, it's just the same little path that I go on. Oh, but then, well, what about runs? You know, we can go on a run. Like, why don't you just do a run then? It's always that go, go, go. Always. It's what I've always done, and it's always just been the number. It's always been that number, the word count. And it's just... And that doesn't feel authentic anymore. You know, and these videos are the only thing that really feels authentic. Making these videos, I never worried about how many subscribers I have. You know, I was always like, oh yeah, I'm at 100 subscribers, that's pretty cool. There's something in my eye. And, you know, when I got to 500, obviously I'm grateful, and I'm at, like, almost 570 now. You know, I'm gonna be grateful when I get to 600. I'm grateful for my 568 or 69 subscribers. Right, what I have right now. I'm very grateful for that. But it was never about, like, growing, like, you know, getting crazy big. It was never about that. And obviously I'm not big, but, it was never about, like, trying to make a crazy, you know, get a lot of views or stuff. Obviously, you know, it'd be pretty cool, but that was never the main focus. The videos are just to be accountable to myself, and yeah, sure, I could just journal it down, but there's just something more about these videos, you know? You know, maybe it's just the modern day, like, status, like, oh, I get to, like, you know, see, like, I can just scroll through the videos, and it's almost like I get to, you know, it's not like I don't journal, but there's just something about the videos. And back to the books, so Words of Radiance. First off, like, for the past year or more, like year and a half, I've just been reading these massive books for the most part. Like, I read It in July, and even before that, I was just reading books that I did not want to read. And I feel like it's like I have too much of a commitment. Like, I'm overcommitted in the books I read, because a lot of people say to read, you should just, if you don't find something enjoyable, just DNF it. Just don't finish it, and just go on to something else. And so and after It, I basically just went straight to The Way of Kings, and I was reading The Way of Kings for, like, how long? It took me, like, 9 months to finish. And then, yeah, I read Girl in Pieces, but then when I went back to those 3 Stephen King books, it was just so, like, I mean, Misery was good. Bro. The Shining was also pretty good, but Pet Sematary, bro. Pet Sematary. Bro, I hate Pet Sematary. That book is a 1-star. I do not like that book whatsoever. Pet Sematary just sucked. Right? It's not a good book, in my opinion. Misery was a pretty good book, though. I like Misery. But it still was a challenge, you know? Now, see, and then there's this part of my brain's like, oh, see, yeah, that's good, you know, you want a challenge, you want it to be challenging, but it's like, I feel like reading shouldn't just be about a challenge. It should be about just reading, just liking to read a book. So I'm gonna set aside Words of Radiance, and I'm going to read The Hunger Games. I have all 3 books. I'm gonna read that. So I'm gonna start reading The Hunger Games, like the first book tonight. I've read the first book, I think, but that was like way back in like 4th or 5th grade or something, maybe even 3rd. Yeah, that actually might have been 3rd grade. I don't remember anything, and I never watched the movies. Well, if I probably did, but I don't remember what happened in them. So the only thing I know is like, what is it? It's like, I remember, like, there's that one Minecraft mod or game or whatever where it's like basically the Hunger Games where you fight. That's literally all I know. I don't know anything about the Hunger Games, to be honest. So maybe I'm missing out. Maybe this is a great idea. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna read the Hunger Games starting tonight. And that's why I'm gonna start stretching tomorrow. So yeah. But essentially, I'm still gonna learn Hallelujah. I was learning it for like, I don't know, an hour or 2 tonight. It's very hard. Oh my gosh, bro, it's not easy. I'm gonna learn more tomorrow, and I'll do my homework. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually enjoying math class. Math class is like the only class I like. The teacher I have is literally my favorite teacher, just in general. Not just my favorite. Well, my favorite math teacher, honestly, is my favorite math teacher now. He's great, bro. Maybe I'm glazing him, but my math teacher is just great in general, and as a math teacher as well. I'm so grateful for math class. The other classes, not that good, but so yeah, I like math a lot. I'm in pre-calculus. I'm excited for calculus. Next year, senior year, I'll do calculus and AP statistics. What does that have to do with anything? If I were to go to college, which I don't know, I've been considering it a lot more, but I'm not gonna go to college for like some goofy master, or what is it called? English major or creative writing major, like people might think I want to. No, bro, I hate English class. English class sucks because here's my theory. My philosophy, I should say, not theory. Reading and writing should be about creative freedom, not just forcing yourself to do something. And now that I'm saying that makes so much more sense as to why trying to force myself to read Words of Radiance is not a very good idea, and why I don't read much. Because reading, to me, has never really felt like fun and invigorating. It never really felt like that. There's actually 2 books out of like the 54 I've read in the past 5 years that have actually kind of been pretty good, and like fun to read. And that was if only, if he had been with me, and if only I had told her. Those are the 2 books that have just been great. Okay, that I read that instead of playing video games. I read the book instead of going on social media and scrolling, okay? Because they were more fulfilling, and they were just better, okay? That's what I feel like a book should be. If it doesn't capture your attention, then just get it right. I'm not saying like throw the book out, like just keep it on your shelves, because maybe one day that genre or that kind of book will, suit what you want. But I'm gonna stop forcing myself to read books that I don't want to read anymore, okay? Because I feel like that will not only better my mental health, because it really just feels like a drag, just trying to like force myself to read a book that I don't want to read. Like it is, and then for writing, I'm also gonna, I have not written that much, and I'm not really worried about writing this month. I don't know if I'll finish my 4th book by May, but I'm gonna slow down on the writing as well. I'm not gonna powerhouse through. I'm just gonna enjoy the process. Okay? So yeah. Still gonna do the 1 million push-ups. Still the plan. Might play Minecraft more with my sister. Maybe tomorrow. I said after school we might be able to play if she asked me. You know what? Sometimes I feel like a bad brother. Like, I remember my childhood, and I, playing video games. I remember playing, like, a bunch of Mario games and, like, Luigi's Mansion or Minecraft when I was, like, 7 years old or whatever. And, that's obviously, like, a little boy's childhood, and little girl's childhood is a lot different, and I can see that. Like, video games are not as, a big of a role, but I just, like, sometimes I feel like a bad brother, I just, like, look at my sister, and it's like, why don't you play with me? I just always feel like I'm saying no, and, so, yeah. But, that's about it, I guess. That's all I can really think of. I'm gonna read Hunger Games. I'm pretty excited. Yeah. Tomorrow, probably stream my 500 push-ups. Not in the morning, but after school. So at around 4 o'clock Central Time, expect to stream 500 push-ups. That's the plan. Start stretches tomorrow. And, yeah. That is it for today. Day 737, I'm pretty sure. Because there was no video yesterday. Myself from Journey. Hope you guys have a great day. And don't forget to follow your dreams. And I genuinely mean that, man. I'm so grateful for what I say at the end of these videos. I really hope that message is ingrained in your guys' brain. Follow your dreams, okay? Anything you can become, or anything you want to become, you can become if you put in the work. So do it. Follow your dreams. And I'll follow mine.